Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at a game between Aron Nimzovich and Jose Raul Capablanca. I guess I'll make a quick intro about these players. Jose Raul Capablanca we are a little bit familiar with, and Aron Nimzovich is by many considered as the father of modern chess. So he wrote a very influential book that most chess players have read, and if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's called My System, where he explicitly expressed a couple of the concepts that many players before him understood by intuition, but never put it down in writing. So concepts such as double pawns, such as isolated pawns, such as pawn chains. He brought a certain methodology and a certain scientific approach to chess. And his opponent Jose Raul was an intuitive field player that understood a lot of these things intuitively without having to explicitly write them down. So it's a kind of like a contrast in styles, and we can see that. Well, as we look at the game, we'll see that Jose Raul Capablanca steered the game into a venue where he was very comfortable with it. It was like his kind of game, slow, developing, accruing small advantages, and this is one of the classical Capablanca games. Aron Nimzovich is a very strong player in his own right, and it's a little bit interesting to see how even between two strong players, if one player steers the game towards his strength, your opponent has very little say in the course of the game. All right. So Aron Nimzovich is white, and Jose Raul Capablanca is black. E4, C6, D4, D5. This is what is known as the Caro-Kann. The main feature of this particular opening is that white tries to capture the center, and black attacks the center indirectly. And not necessarily indirectly, but by moving the C pawn instead of the E pawn. But still, right away, there's a clash of pawns in the center. So white plays E5, which is known as the advanced variation. The advanced variation generally portends a more positional type of game. So the Caro-Kann has a lot of sub-variations. Some of them white, they're very sharp and white is attacking. Some are more positional. Some are just very, very dull. Here, the E5 move is in the advance. It's positional, but white generally retains a long-term advantage. A small advantage, but a consistent advantage. Okay, E5.